Hello everyone, I'm Professor Poonam from IMS Ghaziabad University Courses campus, and today my topic is rural journalism. As we all know, the India is a country of villages and more than 70% people lives in the villages. If we want to understand the concept of rural journalism, then first of all, we will have to understand the concept of rural. What is rural? Areas or the boundaries located outside the cities or town is known as rural, and the agriculture, animal husbandry, dairy farming, artistic work are the main occupation of the rural areas. According to the National Sample Survey Organization, rural areas having the population density less than 400 square per kilometer and having the clear boundaries with no municipal corporation board. Agriculture and other allied activities are the activities performed by the 75% of the male population of rural areas. Now we will come in the rural journalism. Rural journalism is the practice of reporting news and information especially related to rural areas, communities and issues. It plays a very crucial role in ensuring that the concern, challenges and development in the rural regions. Rural journalism covers everything including infrastructure, education, development, agriculture, rural economies, healthcare, environment and local governance. Infrastructure, it covers agriculture, sanitation facilities, irrigation system, food storage, rural economics, everything that are a part of the rural infrastructure. In education, it covers primary education, secondary education, higher education, or the policies made by the government for the people of the rural areas. In development, every kind of development that required or that are happening in rural areas are discussed by the rural journalists. Now, what are the key aspects and challenges? Community engagement. Rural journalists are closely tied with the communities. They know every challenges faced by the rural people. They know every issues. They know every concern of the rural people and their concerns, their problems, their issues and everything. They try to inform or bridge the gap between the rural residents and the urban audience. They try to vanish the boundary between the rural residents and the urban audience. They also try to aware the rural people, or they making them more aware towards the policies made by the government for the people of the rural areas. They have very good local impact and they have good image also in between the rural people. Now, advocacy and awareness. Rural area or rural journalists advocate for the rural issues. They are very much advocated towards the people living in the rural areas and their concern also. They try to raise awareness among the people of rural areas. Challenges or the people face challenges living in the rural community. They also very much aware about the challenges faced by the rural communities, which may not be received as much as attention in the mainstream media. As we all know, the mainstream media highlight only those issues which are the central issues, but they generally avoid the concern or the issues of the rural people. That issues are raised by the rural journalists through the print or electronic media, whatever the media they are using to aware the people. What are the challenges of the rural journalist? Rural journalists work in the limited resources. They have no internet facility generally, or they have no that much technology, but they perform the rural journalism. Rural journalists especially live in isolation. As we all know, the rural journalist lives in the rural areas, and in rural areas they don't have that much connections. So whenever they come in the urban areas or try to make their career, then generally due to lack of connections they may live in isolation. economic pressure. In rural journalists, they don't get enough advertisement for the publication, or sometimes they shut down their print or their media outlets because of economic pressures, or because of enough because they are not getting enough money for running the media organization. Infrastructure and connectivity. Rural journalists generally work in the limited infrastructure and limited connectivity, because, as we all know, all the rural areas are not having the internet connection, or not having that much technology available. Rural journalists are sensitivity to local culture. They are very much sensitive to the local culture. Among the various challenges, they have diverse reporting opportunity also. Rural journalism encompasses a wide range of topics, from human interest stories about the local individuals and events to investigate reporting on issues like land use, environmental conservation, and rural development projects. As we all know, the rural journalism covers everything. So the people who are performing the rural, who are acting as a rural journalist, covers everything, including environmental conservation, rural development project, land, or everything. They get diverse reporting opportunity in rural areas. Now, community building. Rural journalism foster a sense of community by providing a platform for local voices and facilitating discussion on important rural matters. So it cultivate a sense of community. They work as a voice, local voice, and they also facilitate the discussion on important rural matters that are generally avoided by the other medias, or mainstream medias, but covered by the rural journalist. So it fostered a sense of community building also.